Welcome back once again, Red Light Broadcasting fans. Dan here, bringing another episode of Torchlight II. Whenever we left off, it was the second or third time that I had promised that I was going to go and do the Protect the Guardian quest. Well, we're going to make our way down there now, and hopefully not be interrupted by anything random that I find, and can just finally get that quest completed. Which, honestly, I think it's. It is the main storyline. And I want to say that it's after that quest, it's not much longer until the ending of the first act. I don't know, can't really remember, but it's I don't know, definitely all these quests in Act 1 are actually just really fun for beginning quest. I'm kind of surprised at how well the beginning of this game is, I guess, kind of presented. I don't really know how to put it, but most of the time in an action RPG, to me, it seems a little slow, but you're kind of given you're given a lot to deal with in the beginning. And yes, I am veering off the path that I was saying that I was wanting to go, but I do not doubt that we will get over there, unless I come across the quest over here that makes me just not want to go over there. I'm gonna try though. Okay, we got all these. I don't really know what that black claw things. There's way too many of these. They just all need to die and stop getting in my way so that I can just finish exploring everywhere, because I will not feel complete until I do. Let's see. Oh my God, how many of them are there? It looks like I've just kind of came into like a mini black claw village or something like that. And then, of course, I don't know where that guy is. Like, okay, never mind. I just killed him, so I guess I do know where he is. Ooh, all that gold. Gold is nice. I'd rather have potions than gold right now, though, honestly, because this character has been really bad at getting potions, and I don't know why. It's actually kind of annoying, because I depend heavily on potions, well, for just most of this game. And there's the Borderlands wannabe things. The skags, I guess that's what they're called in Borderlands. Ah, come on. Oh, God, I swear, it takes me forever just to kill these things. I'm not really used to, I don't know, it feels like I'm a little bit slow at shooting. I don't like the slowness of the shooting, but it's okay, whatever. I have a lot of fun with the character, so it's I guess that's kind of important. Outlander is one of the I guess, I mean, there's two range, two melee characters, but as far as the mage goes, I don't know how I would like that in this game. I kind of like not having to depend too heavily on mana, which I'm assuming that, you know, the Ember Mage has something that's not mana based, because that would not work very well. Or maybe it does, since, you know, they kind of focus on focus, which is yeah, focusing on focusing. I still want to do co-op for this game, and definitely dual commentary. That would definitely be preferable, but I don't know anybody that actually owns the game besides one guy who is far ahead of me, because I do move at a slower pace. Especially with my Outlander, which I only do one video a night for, as for my Engineer, where I do about 2 to 3 videos a night for. He's only level 26 though, so I mean, so even then, like, my friend's up in the 50s, I think, now, so I'm way behind, and I'm sure there might be another channel that actually has, you know, that's actually way ahead, but it doesn't really matter, because they're not me. And for some reason recently in a lot of my videos, maybe not on this channel, but I've been kind of getting into topics that I don't know. I just say something about them. I'll say something about, you know, say movies or something, or kids or anything, and then I just get into this whole big long speech about. For instance, I talked about movies recently, and I went into all the different genres and everything, and for some reason I think that's kind of helping me discover exactly my style of commentary, and I kind of like that a lot. I mean, I still want to stay with that conversational tone, which, I mean, obviously the conversation is one-sided until the comments get rolling in, but one thing that I would like to kind of pull over that I've talked about is kids on YouTube, because I think there are some red light broadcasting directors that are under 18, and or there's got to at least be some viewers that are. And I would start off with saying that if you're under 18 and you are dedicated to doing Let's Plays, that is awesome, because whenever I was under 18, I wasn't dedicated to anything besides World of Warcraft and maybe reading novels. But that's what all I was dedicated to, not something that could actually get me to where, to some level of success, or to where I wanted to be. And something that was hard work, because doing these Let's Plays, as everybody knows who does them, it's a lot of work. I mean, talking for like 25 minutes straight sometimes, it's not easy. I mean, you go to school and you're in class and it's like, do a 5-minute presentation. It's like, oh god, what do I talk about? Well, then you start up a game and you are given nothing but the game itself, and if you talk about the game too much, it's kind of like, that's just reaction commentary, and nobody likes reaction commentary because that gets kind of boring. Though I do see some successful YouTubers with reaction commentary, but it's I try to stay away from doing too much reaction. I mean, there will be some videos where I will the majority of it will end up being me reacting to what's going on in the game. Actually, sometimes I use a reaction as a kind of as a pause in my conversation. Ooh, a secret room. See, like that. Reactive. I mean, obviously I like to explain what's going on, or what I'm doing, or just what I'm thinking on the screen. But anyways, what I was talking about is kids doing commentary. Now, it's a great thing because it's getting the youth dedicated to something, and getting them involved in a community, and they're doing hard work. However, if you are a kid Let's Player, or you're under 18 in your Let's Player, you gotta realize that you're at a disadvantage whenever it comes to Let's Players in general, because a lot of people, when in a Let's Player, they want someone with a presentable voice, someone who is definitely going to be loud, not loud, I mean, but someone who's going to have if you're a guy, a manly voice, if you're a girl, a mature voice, and just not someone who sounds like they have braces and they haven't hit puberty yet. That's it's just not appealing to the internet. And a lot of people are not as forgiving as I am when it comes to that stuff, because I take into perspective, I'm like, I know the work and I respect anybody who does this, but other people, they're gonna be like, oh, it sucks, stop doing it. And a lot of the times a kid is going to take that in the wrong way, and they're gonna stop doing that. It's just like critical or any type of feedback, really, any type of negative feedback, whether it's helpful or not, it seems to get to some people in the wrong way, even adults. So it's kind of transcends the barrier of adult and child on this. But children also have another disadvantage, which is money or know-how. One of those, because as far as I did not do my leveling up stuff, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at all this. We'll go with we'll go with that. Anyways, as far as money and stuff goes, we as adults, a lot of us have jobs, and we can afford the microphones that we need, not a $10 Logitech mic that sits on your desk and it sounds terrible, or something that makes it sound that doesn't make it sound like you're talking through a grainy filter or something. And not only that, but I know whenever I was maybe about 14 or 15, I didn't know how to. I mean, I knew how to do illegal downloading and stuff, or torrents or whatever. Not that I do that now, because who does that? Anyways, obtaining some stuff like Vegas Pro or Avid tools, either one, and also obtaining Photoshop for thumbnails or anything like that, a lot of kids don't know how to do, and so they don't really know how to get the tools they need to make their quality. Oh, excuse me there, I think I just kind of did like a hiccup type thing. Anyways, they don't know how to get the tools to make quality, as far as sound quality and all this other good stuff. and video. Well, video quality is easy to achieve as long as you have something. Bone crawler is threatening me, and I need mana. And now the other thing is networking. It's like, you know, if you're a child or a child, I'm trying to make you sound like you're 5. If you are a, I'm gonna say minor from now on. If you're a minor and you're on, say for the Red Light Broadcasting channel as a director, you're already doing more than you know, what's expected of you. It's like you reached out to somebody, you put in an application, you probably went through an interview with JP, and you know, you did good if you're here, and you know that something is expected of you. And if you meet those expectations, you're definitely kind of going against what is expected. So or you're achieving what is expected from adults but not children. And it's kind of, you know, you should definitely pat yourself on the back for that, because it's for a kid, it's nothing to be humble about, because it is an achievement. Now, I would say, but yeah, a lot of kids, they don't know how to properly reach out and say, this is what I want to do, and actually, you know, make the impression that they need to make at the right time or with the right people. A lot of them will post rather, you know, rather bad stuff, I guess, or they will, or they'll have burnout, which burnout is definitely something, you know, that kids are going to do, because kids are always changing. I mean, you constantly change throughout life, especially between the ages of, I would say, 17 and 21, I would say also. But I mean, it's not easy to continue doing all these videos. A lot of us have extremely busy schedules, and it's even if, I mean, if you're a kid in school, you know, you've got a ton of homework to do sometimes. You've got expectations as far as parents go, and you're not out on your own yet. So not only that, but you have to be comfortable kind of in your space. You have to not care that you're what other people say, because as someone well, and this goes for everybody too, someone's always going to be putting you down. Someone's going to laugh in your face when you're talking on the internet and playing video games. I get it almost every day, some of my closest friends, and you know what you say to them, and I don't use language, I guess old people would call it, on my videos very much, but you say fuck them, because you do what you want to do, and you keep going at it, and you don't let people get to you, because when you do, that's when you're gonna fail, and they're gonna be like, see, I told you. You never want that to happen. You just say, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then you do it. Even if you only reach a small amount of success, you can still say, hey, I did this, and I interacted with so many people. And if you're on Red Light Broadcasting, you know, there's some big things coming up in the future for them. In the next year, who knows where they'll go. I mean, they're constantly growing every day. The subs are rising. It's great. You know, just to be a part of that, you're going to be getting attention that other people aren't. And a lot of times it comes out of jealousy of people not having something to do themselves. I mean, I get people who are hating on me for doing something I love on the internet, but yet they're not doing shit. They're sitting around their house and they're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but what are they doing? They're doing nothing. And I'm like, well, at least I'm doing something I like, something that requires time, something that requires dedication. And so kids aren't, you know, in reality, besides the couple of disadvantages kids have on the internet because of the general outlook on them, they're not too much different than adults when it comes to the hating and just the downright resistance you're going to be facing. Of course, if you give in to that, or you don't change, which would be another version of giving into that negative feedback, you know, they're gonna be right, and you don't want them to be right. You just, I mean, that's the biggest thing. I know someone, you know, I know a couple people right now. I'm not just gonna say someone, but I know some people that are like, yeah, man, I want to start doing this, and I'm going to also, do that. And they may be skilled, they may have the necessary tools to do it, but they just don't. And I don't understand that. Like, in my head, I cannot see why somebody would say that they're going to do something and have the tools to do something and it be beneficial to them, but not actually do something, especially if they're not happy with where they're at in life right now, or they're bored with they're bored. If you're a bored person, then you're a boring person, because you need to have something to do all the time, something that works your brain, something that gets you out there, gets you interacting with people, being social. Honestly, being able to speak for 25 minutes is a skill that is going to help you through everything. You take job interviews for a minute. You think you're going to be in there, I mean, yeah, you're going to be answering questions, but you better not give a one-sentence answer to some of those questions. I can say, as someone in college, if I gave one-sentence answers to my professors whenever I answered a question in class, I'm pretty sure that they would not appreciate that, and they would probably get pissed. Sometimes I do that, and they have, especially whenever I was a freshman and even my sophomore year in college. But they expect details, explanations. As far as talking, you better be able to talk confidently and present yourself and know what you're talking about. Or even if you don't know what you're talking about, you better be confident in what you're saying and think you know what you're talking about. Because, for instance, people may have different opinions with what I say during my videos, but I'm not going to say it like there is another opinion. I want to say it like it's my opinion. I own it, and it is my truth. And there are obviously other truths out there. There are exceptions out there. But I'm going to say what I believe in a positive, confident way, so that it does, make you believe that I believe that, and even sometimes make you believe what I believe. I guess that's how politicians do it, they don't just get up there and be like, oh, well, and it's like Obama. If you asked him, do you want to be president again? He wouldn't just be like, I mean, yeah. He would be like, yes, I want to be president, and here's why I should do this. And you're not going to get a CEO of a company to, well, sometimes you might, depends on what company, but you're not, if there's people wanting him to respond to something that his company did, they're going to want explanations. They're going to want, that's why you see when you see a good article, it's oops, I just hit my mic with my hand because I have to talk with my hands for some reason, even though nobody can see me. A good article is going to have a ton of detail in there, and it's going to keep going on, and you're going to feel like you have the whole story there. You're not going to have to go search for more information on it, because a good site or good newscast is going to give you everything you need on their site, in their story. That is, if they're unbiased. And that, I know that's hard to find sometimes. And what the crap are these puzzles? Because I did not get these puzzles on my last playthrough. But so yeah, I mean, and that's I guess that can go into the conversation of kids. That's something big that they probably have a problem with, is that factor of staying confident. Because I mean, I know I say a lot, and I will sometimes say so yeah, or something like that, something that's in the middle of my sentences. I have no clue what's going on with this puzzle, by the way, so I'm just gonna say screw it and continue on through the dungeon. What is that? Waypoint, portal scroll, whatever. I know that sometimes I use stuff like that, and it's okay. Like I just said, I actually know one of my favorite English professors. He does it all the time, and it's okay, because it's just speaking, and 25 minutes straight is no easy feat. So it's I forgot where I was going with that. It's just stay confident and do not try to don't make sure that words that you might want to avoid. Actually, I guess I could go into this, is saying stuff like I think, or maybe this is, or in my opinion, stuff like that. Avoid that, and your Let's Plays are going to sound a lot better. You're gonna sound like you are sure of what you're saying. Not only that, but usually if you say something like that, it has a more powerful presence, so people are going to continue doing that. If you say stuff like "I think," you're probably going to start out more like, "Oh well, I think." So you could probably barely even hear that. You're going to sound very weak. Your tone is, and yeah, you want to stay strong in that. I feel like for some reason in these videos I'm coaching. It's really not that. It's just I feel like some of this stuff should be said, and it's also a way for me to work my own personal thoughts out and just kind of relay them in vocal form so that I can follow my own advice, because sometimes there's times where I'm not following my own advice and I need to, and just saying it and getting it out there in a form that is digestible by other people and can be reinforced. Megalon should be the final boss, my god, with a name like that. But yeah, I mean, it's nice for me to say it out loud so that I can recap on what I need to do to make my channel better. Or even if you're a Red Light Broadcasting director, you can kind of get a sense of what, some tips that you can use for your videos on this channel and on your personal channel. And I know, we have these Monday, I think they're on Mondays, these Monday sessions, workshops that are very helpful, that go through stuff like this all the time. And that combined with stuff like general advice like this, it's a good way to success on YouTube. And the biggest thing is we need to, there's a lot of people out there that I've mentioned before that are not really taking advantage. They just don't do enough with the acquired fame they have on YouTube, because when they did YouTube, it was an easy thing to acquire. And it's like they kind of take it for granted. They don't understand that there are people that are starting to work harder than they are and do more to get to where in that position. And subscribers, there's only so many subscribers, there's only so many available spots, and somebody's going to come and fill those up. I hate to name names, but I'll go ahead and name one name. Even a YouTuber that I enjoy watching his videos, Tetra Ninja. He does vlogs every now and then, but as far as his voice, it's very he's not very sure sounding, and he has over 100,000 subs. He's making a living off of this, but where's the crowd interaction? Where's where's that true feeling of this guy cares about his viewers? It's not there. And there's people that are working harder than him now, and he releases a ton of videos, don't get me wrong, and he's great, but he's more reaction. He's not enough just getting real and getting to know his audience and letting people know much about him. I mean, obviously he does let us know something in the vlogs and everything, but there's better ways to execute it. And I really think that as a group, or as a Red Light Broadcasting director and a part of this group, there's so much more that we can do to help elevate this channel and our own personal channels and get to the goals we want. It's just going to require a team effort, and I hope to see that from everybody. I hope that I'm not just spewing shit that you don't want to hear, because to me it's serious, and I really like doing this. Anyways, I'm right here. Whenever we get back, we're going to be fighting General Grell, and hopefully in the next part I can come up with something else awesome to talk about and give more advice, because it's what I love to do. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.